you're brand new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're brand new, my name is Sonia. I am a mother of two teenagers, and we love to go to Disney. So my channel is mostly lifestyle, organization, cleaning videos, cooking, things like that. But I also started doing some travel vlogs. So make sure you check those out. And this is part of my Disney prep series as well, which will follow with the Disney vlog series, I'm hoping. So I had already posted a video on how I plan for Disney trip. And in this video, I would like to talk about my most valuable tips that I have, that I find are most valuable to me. There are so many tips and tricks and hacks that I simply can't cover, obviously, all of them, or some of them I still don't know, even though I've been to Disney many times. So, but I just kind of wanted to share some of the tips that are most valuable to me. So we are going to Disney World in a couple weeks. So this is all fresh in my mind right now, so I thought I'd share it with you. So my number one tip is book early. This is not a new, like I said, none of these tips or tricks are new. They're just the ones that are important to us. So we always like to book at least a year in advance. That way, when the 180-day mark for dining comes up, we can book the dining that we want, as well as the fast pass selection, because most of the time we stay at the resorts, Disney resorts, we get to choose our fast passes 60 days prior. And that way you're almost guaranteed to get all the fast passes that you are looking for, even for the one of the hard ones like Flight of Passage or Seven Dwarfs that are really hard to get. I'm able to get them because I do the 60 days. And one of the tips that I have for choosing fast passes, even at 60 days, sometimes it's hard. So if you're looking for this is actually a pretty good one for dining as well. If you're looking for a specific dining or a fast pass, make sure you schedule it when in your planning for later. So if you're checking in from Saturday to Saturday, try to have like your Royal Table or your Flight of Passage, Royal Table dining reservation on Flight of Passage fast pass on like a Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, and go for those immediately as soon as your fast pass or your dining opens up. That way you are almost guaranteed to get them. As if you are trying to get them on that Saturday or Sunday, you're not the only one. A lot of people will be trying to get them as soon as they can. So this has worked for us every time, and it is one of my biggest recommendations that all the hard stuff, try and schedule them for later. So, and then if you're there and the wait happens to be short, you can ride it twice, right? Or 3 times or whatever. So my second tip, if you had booked your Disney vacation a year or so in advance, make sure you keep checking to see if there's any new offers out, because you can always apply those offers. If you had booked it with Disney Planner, they will definitely do that for you. So I do encourage you to book it with the Disney Planner if you have one. It doesn't cost you any extra money because they get paid by Disney, and that way you get all the benefits of them helping you with planning. They'll even schedule your fast passes for you and dining reservations for you. So, and check out for like usually end of August, like August, September, and November there, and some weeks in December, there's usually a free meal plan. So that's the best deal you can get. So if you are looking to save a lot of money, try to go and book your vacation for end of August or September. That way you can benefit from that offer when it comes up. I have written it all out for me so I don't So the third tip that I have is, this is what I did last year. We went in November after the American Thanksgiving, so after the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or whatever. So, but during that time, I went on Shop Disney app, and I had actually scored really good deals on shirts. I even bought an Alex and Annie bracelet. And I had them because I live in Canada, so it is ridiculous amounts of money to get it shipped to me. So I had it shipped to the resort, and I paid $6. I think it had gone up to 10, but I'm not 100% sure. Just a fee for them to hold it for you, and you just write down where you're staying and hold it for this and this person, whatever the name is on the reservation, and they will hold it for you, and you can just pick it up. So I was picking up Disney shirts like that are regular $24.99 for $7.99. So I did save some money. And we also like to go shopping at the Disney Warehouse. So if you have a car, you can, and there's one on Wineland and one on International, the outlet malls. And you can I bought my Vera Bradley backpack, Disney backpack, for like more than half the price than what it was at the regular store. So you can definitely get a score on good deals if you can. I was reading it takes anywhere from $10 to $15 to take an Uber from some of the resorts. I was looking at Art of Animation, and that's what it was saying, the price one way. So, but if you have a car, you can just drive over if that's important to you. And also you can buy mugs at Walmart as well for a decent price, and also a lot of shirts if you don't care that it's not a Disney Parks authentic merchandise. So I don't think Walmart carries that, but maybe they do. Maybe I just don't know. I have never bought anything from Walmart at the Disney for Disney. So because usually the mugs that I buy are resort related or like Christmas party, Halloween party, that type of thing. So, and I usually also buy like a 2018, 2019 mugs. So, and those you can find at Walmart. So another one, so once you get to the parks, some of the tips I have is, I know that to some people this is too much trouble, but I bring all my beverages to the park. So I have a Brita water bottle, which has a filter on it, and I will fill it up with ice and bring it to the parks, and then I'll have that. And then almost every counter service will give you free ice water. So, and then it is Florida tap water, so I will just put it in my Brita water bottle, and I don't even taste anything different than people say. It tastes awful, but it's in my Brita water bottle. I don't taste anything different than regular water. I have one for every family member. Water can run you anywhere from $4 and up. So, and you need to stay hydrated, especially we go in end of August. Most of the time, which is hot, but even in November when we went, we needed to stay hydrated because it's hot and you're walking a lot. So having this has definitely saved me lots of money. Another tip that I have is I bring a cooler, and I'll put snacks. You want to put snacks that don't melt, so don't put chocolatey snacks because they will melt. But I tend to take like tangerine oranges and things like that because sometimes the kids can get hungry, but they're not overly hungry that you need to go out and get them a meal. I do like getting Disney snacks. We have some of our favorites that we always get, but just to have on hand. And what I also put in this cooler is if I am not on a meal plan and I'm paying for all my meals out of pocket, I will bring my own drinks. If they're anything other than water, obviously I use that water bottle. But if you drink pop, if you drink juice, for family of 4, that adds up. Especially if you're having all 3 meals in a park, you're gonna end up spending anywhere from like $3 and up per drink per family member, and you times that by 3, it ends up, I think when I was calculating last time when we were not on a meal plan and it was a 10-day trip, it was a savings of around $300 US dollars. So that's a lot of money. I'd rather take that money and spend it on souvenirs if I'm gonna spend it on something. So I know it's a little bit on a, I don't know how to say on it, maybe a frugal side, but I like doing that, and you totally can. As long as it's not in a glass bottle, you can bring your own drinks. So tip number 6 is, so I actually did talk about, so my tip number 6 and 7 were the ice water and also the filtered, the Brita filtered water bottle. So you can also go into the fountains, but the fountain water tends to be a little warm. So so once you get to the parks, I always recommend that you go to the back of the park and come forward, because everybody tends to just kind of go and do stuff at the front. So if you start at the back, and I make my fast passes midday, so that way I can do some of the stuff. So I usually make my fast passes for about 10:30. That way I can get some stuff done by then that might not be as busy as it would be in the later afternoon, in the afternoon. And then once I have, so tip number 9 is, once I have used all my 3 fast passes, the minute I scan my 3rd fast pass, I start, while I'm in, if there's a line or anything, I try to find the next available fast pass on the app. Using the app is essential. You cannot go to the park without the My Disney Experience app. So tip number 10 is take a midday break. I have teenagers and we still take a midday break. We don't even go to the parks very first thing in the morning. Usually we get to the park by about 9:30, quarter to 10, and we're at the parks till about 3 o'clock. Then we go back to the resort and we relax, maybe swim in a pool, whatever you find that's relaxing, whatever we find that's relaxing, we do. And then we head back to the parks at around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, depending on, and then we always get a park hopper, and we try to go in the afternoon to the park that has extra magic hours at night. Some of them don't have it. It's not every single day there is one, but if there is one, we'll definitely take advantage of that. And number 11, this I would say is probably one of the most important tips I can give you is, it's hot in Florida most of the time, and are things on your body that will rub that never rubbed before, because you're sweaty. Whatever, chafing is almost guaranteed, no matter whether you're a heavier person or a lighter person. One time I had my toes had rubbed together because I was wearing just like a sandal strappy shoe, and the toes were rubbing together, and I was just wearing it to Disney Springs for a couple hours, and I was starting to have a blister, and a blister in Disney World is something you don't want to have. So you want to have something that will prevent chafing. We use a thing called Body Glide. So I have one here. It's a foot glide, and there's also a body glide, and this stuff is amazing. It says stops blisters caused by rubbing. It stops chafing. It is amazing, and we don't go without one. I take them to the park with me, and if anybody feels anything rubbing, they'll just take it, go to the washroom, and apply it wherever it needs to be, and it's a lifesaver. So that's, like I said, one of my most important tips. And another very, very important tip, and it's also my last tip that I have for you, is wear good shoes. Who cares if they don't match with your outfit? If they are your best shoes, most comfortable shoes, wear them. I was counting my steps with my Apple Watch, and on some days I did 30,000 steps. You want to have good shoes. You want to have good shoes that will prevent blisters. You want to have good shoes that will prevent back pain. Like, that's more of my thing, is back pain. If I don't wear right runners, back pain. And what I would show you which runners I use, but it doesn't really matter because same shoes might not be good for you. So make sure you wear, and don't go buy brand new shoes just before you go on a vacation. You want to have these shoes well worn in before you go to the parks. I wear running shoes, like I said, with ankle socks, and I wear them summer, like even when it's hot. I don't find them, if they're good quality runners and you have a good pair of socks, and I just buy socks from Costco. They're the Puma ones. Costco has them all the time, and they're just women's ankle socks, and they were great. They're breathable. They don't make my feet stink, sweat, or any of that. So you want to have those two things that are really good. My husband wears Morel sandals, and he can wear them all day long. I have exact same pair, and I wear them for 2-3 hours, and bottom of my feet burn. I have back pain. They don't work for me, but they work great for him. So like I said, it's a personal thing. So whichever shoes work really well for you, those are the ones you should wear. So I hope these tips were helpful, and next week I will be sharing what I pack in my park bag when I do go to the parks. So thank you so much for watching, and if you're brand new, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out any of my videos. I post almost every day. I don't post on the weekends. So yeah, I would love for you to join my crazy YouTube life. So until next time, have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.